Hello and welcome to the SoulSurvivor Q&A series. The following is part of a channeled question and answer session with the high-level spiritual group consciousness, Eternal Light. Thanks for listening.
What happens to souls when they leave their physical body?
Yes, this is something that causes a lot of confusion to people who are just coming into their spirituality and becoming aware that they are more than their physical body. And in many cases, it will give people hope, for they are not taught this in schools and rarely touched upon by their parents. They are made to assume that death is the end of them. But in fact it is not, for they go on. And we once again say to all awakening souls that you are not who your body is. That is just a physical aspect of you on earth, but you are who your soul is, and your soul is who you are. And as we have previously said, when the time comes for you to leave your physical body, you rise up out of it and you are free to make your journey home to the heavens. This is a process that is basically a gentle pulling up feel to it. And you will very gently feel as though you're travelling up. And I would use the word funneled up, but it is a very peaceful, gentle motion. And if you have had physical pain prior to your passing over, all of that will have been released when you leave the physical body. And you will feel your complete self. And you just relax and let it happen. And you will feel a gentle pulling motion where you gently are guided along. Time is then of no consequence, for we do not have time here. And you will find this relaxing, for whilst on earth you have been conditioned to do things at a certain time, to go to work, to get the children to school, to feed your families. All these things are made and decisions made by time. What is in your diary? Where have I got to go today? And the release of that is tremendous, for it allows true relaxation to form. We are, of course, referring to a natural death where your time has come. We are not referring to a death of your own making, and that we will talk about another time. But this is purely when your time has come and you have outlived your human body, or your time has come where you are to leave earth by prearrangement with yourself and the elders. So it is that leaving the body, and you float gently upwards and your soul is at peace and you feel as though you're travelling up, but it is such a slow motion. When you get to heaven, there is a portal, and it is usually by prearrangement that you are met by individuals you have experienced life with, and those individuals have gone on before you. This can be relatives, it can be friends, it can be people who have had dealings with you, have been in your life at some period of time, and you have formed a bond with. And this may have been just for a few days, for weeks, for hours. It is of your timekeeping, and it will be somebody you can relate to. And this is important, for it relaxes the soul. They start to understand what has happened to them. In cases where people have died very suddenly and for their family unexpectedly, the soul can be distressed or in confusion. They may not know that they have passed out of their physical body, for if it has happened very suddenly, they haven't had no building up to it. And with that, when they are met, they will go into the equivalent of a rest environment. It may even be into if you can visualize a lovely hospital bed, and I don't mean utilitarian, but lovely peaceful surroundings. And in the case of unexpected death, people will be in that environment for some time, and they are cared for, and they slowly understand the concept that they have left their physical body. So it is peace and caring in all manners. And if you have just passed over, for you have left your old and weary body, you can usually go straight to be with your loved ones. And when you reach there, and when you have found peace with the idea that you have passed over, your life begins in a different environment. And there is much to be said about that at a later time. But for now, know that death of the physical body is not the death of you, for you are your soul.